Dystopian future, but make it fashion. Many critically acclaimed films, such as The Fifth Element, Blade Runner, and Ghost in the Shell, are set in eerie dystopian futures. But when is our future no longer the future, but now? Companies such as Facebook, Google, and Amazon keep databases of their users. However, it is governments that typically have access to the largest databases of names and faces, so facial recognition significantly expands the power of governments. Governments are repurposing the data without telling people or obtaining for consent. London itself has 627,707 CCTV cameras alone, making that one camera for every 14 people. CCTV is to ensure public safety, but then you have to ask yourself, do I feel comfortable knowing that the concept of disappearing into the crowd ceases to exist? Is it necessary for cameras to recognise our age, our mood, our gender, and to match us to a database? Do you feel comfortable knowing that governments know everything about you? Facial recognition is probably the most obscurity-eviscerating technology ever invented. Ewan Nowak designed the incognito mask as an attempt to reclaim the anonymity and privacy that has been lost to facial recognition cameras, the overwhelming amount of CCTV in the world, and to avoid social media's facial recognition, which accurately identifies people in photographs and if you would like to tag them. Nowak describes the mask as face jewellery, which is of similar design to glasses. However, the two brass circles sit underneath the wearer's eyes to distort their face. The mask also consists of an oblong element that sits above the eyes and rests on the wearer's forehead. The arrangement of these three brass elements allows the wearer's face to be totally unrecognisable from the facial recognition algorithms and surveillance cameras or photographs uploaded online. This designer touches on themes of technology, change, protest, politics, ethics, and innovation. James T. Merry is a hand embroidery artist who is a co-creative director for Bjork. In comparison to Ewan Nowak's brass minimal headpiece, James T. Merry's hand embroidered creations are full of opulent fabric, striking trims, and immense colour. James T. Merry's headpieces are ethereal, high fashion at its best, bespoke creations made by hand rather than being mass-produced. The sustainability aspect adds to the authenticity of his bespoke pieces, which become pieces of art that are kept and cherished forever. These headpieces and masks conceal the identity of a woman, enabling the creator to take part in the wider discussion of identity, which has led to recent high-profile deaths such as Amy Winehouse and Caroline Flack. By revealing your identity, you partake in your gender identity, sexual identity, and especially the subjugation of women. By wearing a mask and covering your face, you are refusing to partake in the accepted norms and betrayals of women. You are making a fashion statement and a political statement. I am a woman, and I look like whoever I look like, and you cannot see my face. This references a future where sexuality is no longer defined by strict ideas of what is normal and okay to be whatever you identify as. There is more gender fluidity with fashion and identity. But will we have to cover our faces to be our true selves and to be accepted without being judged? James T. Merry's designs touches on themes of feminism, gender, society, sustainability, and innovation. Mimi Gold is a Mancunian independent designer who has recently brought out polo masks. Clearly, Mimi Gold has been inspired by current affairs due to 10 years of austerity inflicted on the NHS by Tory government. The NHS is underfunded. Therefore, there is a severe lack of personal protective equipment for staff as well as patients. In these strange and surreal times, coronavirus has induced a huge amount of stress, anxiety and pressure on the NHS as well as every other person. Coronavirus lockdown in the UK has caused a huge drop in air pollution, and even though the spread of the virus is so surreal, scary and annoying at times, it is all okay. It's all okay because the Earth is being allowed to heal. Mimi Gold has constructed these polo masks from scrap fabric, encouraging sustainable fashion and consumption. Mimi Gold has taken inspiration from clinical masks, similarly to Iwa Nowak and James T. Merry. Mimi Gold's polo masks cover half the wearer's face. This innovative streetwear design is almost trying to evade the evil dystopian totalitarian regime that is slowly becoming more and more real. This designer focuses on themes such as technology, pandemic, sustainability, innovation, and politics. Rosie Broadhead is an apparel designer. Rosie Broadhead's collection, Skin 2, is an exploration of the benefits of encapsulating probiotic bacteria in the fibres of fashion and clothing. The probiotic bacteria is cleverly positioned in areas of garments where we sweat the most, the underbust, armpits and back. The bacteria is activated once in contact with moisture on our skin, allowing them to dominate less beneficial bacteria. The advanced collaboration between the probiotic technology and the fashion design ensures that the bacteria encapsulated in Broadhead's innovative designs not only reduces body odour but also improves the skin immune system. Wearing designs like this could almost act like a second skin, an armour to help protect us from illnesses like COVID-19. Designs like this could be developed further to include masks and gloves and to make full fashionable hazmat suits. As a designer, as probiotic bacteria is encapsulated in the fibres of these creations, you have to ponder on the thoughts of fashion and nature coexisting, as that is one of the main duties you have if you are a designer. Cleverly, all four designers I've researched use their minimal face jewellery, opulent headpieces and sustainable masks and bodysuits to work as a disguise and blend in with technology and conceal our identity, whether it is to distort our faces from facial recognition, to reclaim our anonymity, to wear bespoke headpieces to rebel against social norms, or to wear masks to protect you from forest pollution and to conceal your face, or wear bodysuits which coexist with nature. These avant-garde designs and necessary accessories encourage me to explore further possibilities of garments which protect you from the dystopian future, which seems a lot closer than we think.